Welcome.
You have them both coming out of your nose like this.
I can't. I just can't. Welcome to another episode of the SimNation Podcast. We're here with Fallon.
Hi.
And I'm the guy with the... also called Pablo. And and we're trying to talk about Sim stuff. And the game was released, so that is really exciting because it's, I think, pretty much all I was expecting. So, but there is still so much for me to test. So, there's I'm still trying to get used to the fact that it's not open world because I was used to it. But you know what? Once you go past that, you realize it's more like The Sims 2 making a great comeback as The Sims 4 with much nicer and better graphics and just so good looking. And I know there are stuff instead of getting in a car, which they used to do in Sims 1 and 2, now they just disappear in the road, which I don't really get why they had to do that, but I kind of understand. But, I guess you like the noise?
I do. It sounds like you're drinking rocks. Or something. He's moved from grass to rock.
Rock water.
Yeah. I had somebody ask me if I think that they're going to put cars into the game. And I was like, I mean, they could, but it would be such a waste of money because your sim would still, they'd get in the car and travel 3 minutes down the sidewalk and then disappear.
It's it would be like in The Sims 2.
They have to
why
be
not?
free.
But
yeah, like the taxi cab that comes, the work car that comes and pick you up for work.
Yeah. I would tell you that, it is kind of maybe just because of nostalgic value that a car doesn't pick you up for work, which I kind of got used to it. Now,
you have to walk to the edge.
No, not even walk. You have to go to the road and poof, disappear. That's how you go to work. Are you working as a magician? No, I'm a medic. Well, I have no idea.
I think my Sims walk past a little past their house and then disappear. I noticed that. But I had made my Sims go jogging a couple of times. So we did go over. Yeah, they just walk around. We did go over this, right? I think I talked about this in the stream, but
it's okay. This is a podcast. We can repeat everything.
Yeah, repeat everything. It's a mix. It's semi-open but semi-closed. So as long as you're not going into a building, your sim walks around the entire little neighborhood that your sim is at. So
if it was The Sims 3.
Yeah, so my sim is in the neighborhood with the most houses right there, the cheapo houses. So I can literally walk all the way down the sidewalk and over to there's this little puny garden or I harvested some apples and stuff from. I stole some apples from the garden, and people were watering them.
I have flowers, and I cannot eat them. I'm really disappointed.
Yeah, I harvested some flowers, and I was like, man, there's no point to this. I'm just watering this flower.
For the flowers? Can you do something with them, arrange a bouquet or something? I don't know.
I do not know what you can do yet. I've got them in my inventory. I planted one, and I keep forgetting to water it, to be honest. I keep forgetting I have a garden right outside of my house, and I keep forgetting to water it. I keep going back and seeing, the little angry red face, I'm dying.
I planted just one, so I wouldn't have that problem, and it's still going red, poor thing.
Yeah, well, I mean...
That's why I don't have children in The Sims.
I don't have pets in The Sims, no. So backtrack though, so you can walk around the neighborhood, but if you want to visit your neighbor in their house, it'll make you load a screen, which is kind of, I can deal with that because The Sims walk by my house every 3 seconds. They just keep coming back and forth, and I made friends. Oh my God, my friends do not leave me alone. They just come to my door every day to talk to me. I'm really?
I don't have friends yet.
Oh, well, I made my sister... it was this whole debacle, right, of me trying to make me related to my sister in the game. Yeah. I can't see you and be like, we're just friends, right? We need to be related. So she keeps coming over to my house randomly. And I don't know what the game did to her, but they gave her some ugly clothes. Those were not the clothes that I designed her with. The game changed her hairstyle.
Work clothes?
No, she's coming in with this neon green blouse with a pink skirt. They changed her hairstyle. I'm like, what did you do to my sister? I gave her
She's
clothes
free now.
for her. She's free. Oh, and I wanted to comment too. So remember we were kind of worried about the whole like jobless thing. So I tested it out. You know the game ships with certain families living in the houses to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to 2 households, and I went to the Pancakes and I went to the BFFs.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Bob Pancake already had a job.
Right.
His wife didn't. So he already had a job, and I had never played him. I just clicked in the house, paused it.
That could be default from.
Yeah. So the houses that were in your game when you loaded it for the first time, they may have jobs already, so you don't have to worry about that.
The real question is, what happens when new houses come in? Is the game expecting you to give them jobs? And the second thing is, are they going to progress in that thing? Which I think it's not.
Yeah. So the ones that I saw that had jobs were either at level 2 or 3, but then again, I just started the game and I'm only at level 3 myself.
That's how far
and I noticed that even though I had houses in my bin so that they could be townies, but some of them moved into actual houses. Like they've started populating the empty houses. I think it's because I accidentally left free real estate on. So the houses are technically free now, I think.
Oh, okay. But wait, are they moving from existing households to another lots, or new families are moving into the neighborhood?
It was like remember on the stream, I downloaded somebody's family. I put them in my bin so that they could be
families.
Yeah, the viewers' families. I put them in my bin so that they could be townies, and they actually moved into a house.
There you go.
So
you're in her place.
I know, right? It's the Fantroys. The Fantroys moved into a house on their own without me even doing anything. I have to check if they have jobs, though, but I'm scared because I can only do it for like a second because I don't want my sim self to be doing anything without my supervision. So, like,
you can just check in and then go back without saving to the main menu.
Yeah, so I basically go in, I pause it, I see if they have a job, and then I load back to my family.
Like a scared little rat.
I am like, no, Fallon Sim is going to burn the house down.
If you did make a household actor, like you selected to play, right? Because you want to open up the house, that lot. Does it mean that whenever you play another family, that other one will still be progressing? Still making decisions? Because I think the game is currently making a distinction between which ones are fully managed by the game and which ones are the ones you play with. They get like a green plum instead of a gray one on top.
The ones that I have not touched at all, I think they're... I don't know because I'm too scared to leave my family alone. But within the 3 minutes, I think, of making one of our viewers' families get a job, because I actually moved him myself into a house. I think I came back and my Sims were I don't know if they were at work or they had come back from work or something. I think I left my house when they were at work, and I came back and I believe that they were asleep. So
they went back home and they went to sleep.
I could test it out in the Barbie and Ken family.
But are you saying that they changed actions? They were actually...
I think so. But
that'll be really cool because, I only went out a couple of times. I'm now trying to get the mischievous girl in my family to hate on that fat Bill Gates that I saw before.
Nice.
I found him again, so I'm like, yeah, you need 3 enemies. I'm gonna give you 1 right away. And but the first time she was out, I saw when one of my Sims went to work, and she actually changed from being at home to being at work, and I was able to change all the stuff, and I went back home, and she was still at work. That the whole. The space continuousness and all that was working fine. But then I'm like, I don't know if take care of self I need to try that. I need to test it. If take care of self means moods will try to stay up as much as they can, or they will actually perform those actions. Like if they make a meal because they were hungry and they make a group meal, will that group meal stay there, right? Or will the leftovers be there when I come back? Like, are those stuff happening, or they're just like, he has low hunger, we're gonna raise it back up?
No, I think they're doing stuff. Like, I think they might not always make a meal, though. Like, sometimes my Sims end up just going to the fridge and getting, like, juice or making oatmeal.
Yeah, I don't know.
I love my Sim. She loves milk. But, like, my boyfriend's Sim, he made oatmeal. And then my Sim went to try to make a microwave pastry. I'm like, you both can't use the microwave. Dummies. Like, what are you doing? Stop trying to think for yourselves. This is why I've been controlling you.
It's interesting that they don't make group meals. They're all going for, single plates.
Yeah, or they're just going into the fridge to get what I've already made. Because I have a tendency to make... I have a tendency to make a group meal so that it lasts a couple of
it's the best thing. You
servings.
Make it once, and then you have like a repository of food you can go to.
Yeah. And before,
and it's beautiful, sorry that I interrupt you, but it's beautiful that you get to hover on the food and see the expiration date on each one of them.
Yeah, separately. Yeah, because before you couldn't. And like,
it was like,
I would buy the specific fridge that the food lasted like a week in because I could never tell when the food would go bad. I would just hope that my Sims would eat it quick enough that it would be okay. Because I'd be like, you know what? I can't have you eat grilled cheese for every meal of every day. I need to have pancakes in here. I need to have grilled cheese. I need to have dinner. I have 3 different things in the fridge going on. So that stuff never got ate. The one thing I don't like, though, is if they eat all the food in the fridge, they leave the empty plate in there, and then it becomes the spoiled food. It's not actually spoiled.
And it's not spoiled. It's bothering me that it's not spoiled.
Yeah, you just left the empty plate that you were too lazy to clean.
Look at that. They went back to... They added a few more of running a house mechanic kind of stuff because, you... Now, once again, unlike The Sims 3, I think... you have to, throw stuff to the bin, and then you have to take trash out. I never took the trash out on The Sims 3, never. And on The Sims 1, it was like a daily routine. You had to do it, or you're gonna have that bad moodlet, or the bad room. Because it wasn't a moodlet, it was like a bar. One of those.
I've had neighbors come into my house and take my trash out for me.
They're so nice. Maybe they have like the super clean. Personality trait.
You can be neat. You can I think you can buy either the speedy clean one or the one where it's like you don't need to shower or something. But I don't pick. So it's like if your Sims are not neat anymore, they just leave the dishes all over the place all the time.
Yeah, it is true. Although once in a while I see them cleaning, but it's rare. But it's still interesting. Like they put that back in. They're clearly leaving plates in the fridge, so they want you to take care of the crap going on in the house. My items are breaking more often than ever. And
my gosh, yes, everything is breaking.
Seconds, everything breaks. Like I'm gonna go pee it breaks. My pee is the most powerful piece of chemical ever because I don't know what's going on. And then the toilet pees you back. It's interesting. It's like a fountain. I don't know why. It's not polluting. It's
I didn't know it was peeing back at me. I just see the water jutting out of the sink.
You like to pee me? All right.
I think I've had to fix the toilet at least once, the bathroom sink twice, the shower at least once, the kitchen sink twice. My stereo broke, my computer broke.
My computer broke too.
I've been fixing
all of those stuff broke,
everything.
But twice as much because I have 4 people instead of 2.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny though. I took a screenshot of it. My computer, when it broke, it had like the blue screen of death on it. And I took a screenshot. You know when you get the blue screen and those white words like your computer sucks. Yes. So I took a screenshot of that. Like, no, blue screen of death. I'm good thing. Although it's kind of.
I need to say something really quickly. Although some people are gonna really hate me for that, but Uh,
Oh,
because on the Mac, I use Mac.
you don't
Whenever
get a
you're in
blue
a
screen of
network
death.
with other computers, right? If it's an iMac, it displays that computer as an iMac. If it's a MacBook, it displays it as a MacBook. And if it's a PC, it displays an old CRT monitor with a blue screen of death on it. That's the official logo from Apple of a computer. It's really funny. Wait, let me
Thank
quickly
you.
put it in in
Thank
the
you.
in the stream. Here, right here, guys.
I'll have you know, I have not
This
had a
is-
blue screen of death in many, many, many years on my computer.
No, but it's just hilarious that they did this. They're a bunch of assholes. I love them.
Yeah. Like those Mac PC commercials with that guy from Creeper Jeepers. But yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. So I'm trying all the upgrades. It's funny, like when you mouse over them and read the descriptions, like the one is the automatic soap dispenser, and
Yeah.
one,
I like the whole upgrade system. They dig deeper. You can have more. Like we were talking on your stream last night.
yeah.
And I do like the fact that there's a currency for upgrades, which is the spare parts, if you may. I don't know if
I
they
kind of
matter
wish-
which they are. I think not.
Uh,
Do they?
What is what?
Do the
Huh?
spare parts matter? Like, do you need certain, like, very
Yeah,
specific
you need
kinds?
certain ones. Some of them will say you need 3 plumbing ones or 3.
Oh, okay. I wasn't paying
So
much
you gather
attention.
them. I kind of don't like the piles of rubbish on the ground every time I repair
Yeah,
something.
That's a thing.
Because then you have to scavenge and then you still have to throw the pile away.
Although
after
I'm
you
currently like
scavenge.
dragging it with the mouse.
I know. I've gotten super. I was like, no, my Sims are dirty. They need to pick that plate up themselves and put it in the sink. But then after they left 20 plates all over the place, I was like, F you. And I dragged it all over to the sink myself. Because my Sims just don't care. And they just leave everything all over.
And then they
There's like-
complain.
yeah, I'm
They're
in a
like,
bad
what,
mood
what,
because
what,
it's
what is this
dirty.
going on? Yeah.
It's dirty because you left it that way. Stop. There's like a computer desk, and I swear everything they put down when they're done with it is on the computer desk. Put down all the books they're done with, all the dirty plates. I'm like, guys, please, really, can you at least give me a little break for once? I'm tired of cleaning up after you.
Didn't the Sims do kind of learn? If you make them like make a bed every time they wake up, then they would keep on making the bed after they woke up. They had that thing going on.
You know, Pablo,
I
I'm old, and that was so long ago that I could barely tell you what I even did in The Sims 2. And the only thing from Sims 1 that I remember clearly is the Bob and Betty newbie tutorial in the game.
That is
They should have given us like a revamp of Bob and Betty tutorial and not
Yes,
just
I
given
love
us
that
this
family. I play along
annoying-
with it.
Yeah, give us this annoying like
Okay, so let me rant about this because this is just annoying as hell. Yeah, I mean,
we've played the game for 20 years. We already know what to do.
Oh my god, but
smart
it's
enough.
insultive that they give me so many tips. Like, this is how you click a mouse. I know, I reached the app for some way, you know? And, but like everything, like, oh, your sim want to cook. And it, for a long period of time, it was still like having those model notifications going on. Like, they wouldn't go away unless my sim went and cooked. And I was like, I'm not going to do this. I am not going to do this. And it wouldn't go away. I was like, fine, I'm going to have to
I am not
close the game
conforming
and
to
remove
you.
them. Because I wanted to leave them because I was like, something important is gonna come up in that, but they did such a poor job. There's
I think it's really
YouTube
geared
channel.
towards.
Huh?
Yeah.
There's a YouTube channel called Extra Credits where they talk about video game design, and they have a few episodes about making tutorials. And the Sims 4 breaks all of those rules they put there because it's lengthy. There's way too much text. There is no way to skip them. And you reach a point.
Yeah, they should have had an in-game design, an in-game feature to just turn them off, not make you go through Origin.
Yeah, well, that's clearly a hidden feature. They actually didn't want you to skip them at all. This is like almost like a cheat. In case you're wondering how to do that, because it's completely understandable.
Pablo wants you to know how to do everything.
Yes, I do want you to know that. There is an article on the SimNation. I'm gonna switch the view once again.
You talks about that.
Yeah.
I think that the tutorial was really only for people that have never played The Sims, because the rest of us, we already know how to take care of our Sims. Like, the only tutorial that you should have given me was about the emotions, and that was it.
No, I agree.
I don't need to know how to cook food.
Would have made like a split one. It would have been better, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there was way
or
too
like
much.
maybe
So,
or
like,
maybe just one for the build mode only, because the build mode is kind of newer and better.
yeah.
I don't need one for every single, like, I don't need one to tell me where my traits are. I don't need one to tell me my aspirations. I like clicking things myself and doing it and figuring it out.
Yeah, that's part of the fun, learning the whole thing. And no, but they just overdid it, and they're shooting themselves on the foot by doing that, because people just want to skip them all because there's just way too much to handle. So again, if you want to skip them, you can go to SimNation.tv. Click the Sims icon on the top, and let me move that for you, and let me move everything for you. No, okay, I
don't know what he's doing.
I screwed up my screen, and you're gonna find a bunch of guides and so on, but most importantly, on random how-tos, you're gonna find how to disable tutorials on The Sims 4. You click that. There is a video if you don't want to read. If you do want to read, you skip the video, you can scroll to the bottom. Let me pause that for you. There are pictures if you want to, skip that as well.
Video is pretty short, though, so I would just watch the video.
Indeed. I made it like short.
You can see Pablo's computer.
With a Guild Wars 2 background.
All the porn on his background.
It's sim porn, not porn.
Porn.
That would have been terrible.
Sim porn is like watching the romance channel on The Sims.
It's like woohoo, but without a censor.
Yeah. Let's wait for the mod to come out that like takes away their censor and then gives them genitals. And then that'll really be sim porn.
But by the way, there are many people getting an error on which the censor stays on The Sims.
Wait, what stays on the Sim?
The censor. Once they go take a shower, they get out and they still have the sensor on. Some are saying it's because it's pirated and it's not correctly cracked. But
that the sensor is pirated or their game is pirated?
No, that the game is pirated, and so
I mean, right, honestly, right now I wouldn't try to download torrents or illegal copies of The Sims, because it just came out and there's bugs in it. So just imagine what it would be like if you had not a real version. I haven't the only bug that I've personally seen is I guess it must have been I tend to play for hours at a time. My Sims, when they talk to each other, they get that little box above with the person and how they're feeling. So it was stuck on some random Sim that I had not even talked to, and it wouldn't go away and it wouldn't change. Like, my Sim and my boyfriend were in the house together and they were talking, and it was still like this random Sim that had come to my house party but had left like hours and hours ago, and it wouldn't go away. So I think I saved and like restarted my game.
Wow.
Exited out and reopened my game.
There's some stuff that are really creepy, like the demon babies.
I don't have any kids yet, so no demon babies for me.
Oh man, I wish I could find one of those demon babies to put on the podcast, because they were like extremely. That's the wrong.
Go to the Sims forum. Go to the Sims group in Facebook, and they'll show you pictures.
That's where I saw it.
We're nerds, and we joined the Sims group on Facebook.
I am in that group. I spam there. Yeah. I cannot find it. It's probably there. Let me quickly look it up.
It's basically like your baby, and the textures are so warped that they're like zigzagging.
Well, it's the mesh, actually. I think it's a problem with the way the DNA stuff is generating the baby.
It's generating them into a creature, a sea
very
creature.
Creepy thing. Indeed.
I don't have babies yet, so
let me see if I can.
And I'm still happy to say, though, that the random fake townies in my town, there are lots of children walking around the streets. I haven't seen so many teenagers, but I've seen a lot of elderly people walking the streets as well.
Yeah.
So I have aging off, so it doesn't even matter. But oh my gosh, and another thing. I have like no desire to leave my sim house.
Yeah,
I think I left my sim house like twice.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe because the game doesn't invite you to do that, but personally, I feel like there's so much fun going on in the house. Like clearly, the gameplay is in the house now. So
yeah, I think it's definitely house oriented, and like,
and that's fine with me. Really, I'm glad.
And honestly, like my Sims get tired so easily. I feel like if I leave my house to go somewhere else, they're just going to get tired within like 3 Sim hours and have to go back home or they'll fall asleep. But plus, the fact, okay, if you have enough money in The Sims, even if you're cheating or not cheating, you can buy the books from your house, all the skill books you want, you can just buy them from your house. And that was like, those were the only reasons I feel like to leave when I left my house in The Sims 3 was to go to the bookstore to buy skill books or to go to the grocery store to buy food or to go to work. And like, even so, it was still just to watch them travel the road to disappear into the building.
And now you can actually just purchase them on your local bookshelf.
Yeah. And someone commented like, you're saving a lot of time because your sim is not wasting all this time traveling to some area. But yeah, so my Sims, I went to go on a date. So I left my house once. I went to the library because reading the books there are free. So if you are low on money, go to the library and read the books for free. I think it's really weird though. And I hate when they do this, all the bookshelves are tied together. So if you like read a book on one bookshelf and it's not available, you can't.
It is available.
You can't click another bookshelf and read that same book. Like they pull from the same.
Yeah, your house
source.
Books, basically.
Yeah, so you can only really read like the same. One sim can only read that one book. Which is like, why am I taking my whole family to the library? Because they can't all read the same freaking book. But, and then what was the other time I went? So I left my house to go. I left my house to go to the gym.
To leave the house, to be honest.
I mean, I guess in the early stages, like before your sim has money, it's more beneficial to leave your house.
Right. Until you can become your own island.
Yeah. Until you become your own ultimate Sims 1 home base with everything right there. Yeah. Like, and walking, I haven't gone to the park at all. Because the park is just like one big area just to go fishing. And I can fish right behind my house. I don't need to go play chess with random strangers. And there's a pirate ship that the kids can play on also outside of the library too. So you can walk to that because it's not a building without loading.
But basically like...
And the secret world is a fishing spot.
Secret what?
Did you get to the secret world through the tree?
No.
There's a special tree in the neighborhood. You have to click it like a bunch of times and interact with it. And then it gives you like this I don't know, it's like a questionnaire and you have to pick the choices, and if you pick the right choices you get through to that special pink world, that hidden it's not Hidden Valley because that's Hidden Valley Ranch. You get to that world. If you ever saw the screenshots of like the trees were pink and the atmosphere was pink, it's like a little oasis kind of, and you can fish there, you can harvest flowers, catch frogs. It's like a little mini park.
Interesting.
But you can't do much else there.
Just to say,
it's for ambiance kind of. It's really pretty though, but so you have to find the big special tree.
I couldn't find the demon baby. I don't know what happened with it. Just disappear.
Maybe they're not calling. You can't Google demon baby, or you're going to get something really different.
Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna try. No, but I was looking into the Sims group, and I couldn't find it. Yes, and now I'm looking again into Twitter, but I cannot find it. I did find some interesting things that I like to share here on the screen for everyone but Fallon. So
I bet you if I look at my phone, it'll be right there. Thanks for not sharing with me.
So, okay, this is, technically what some seem to claim that is going on for pirated copies, that actually the whole thing gets blurred out. Like, right now I'm looking at a picture where the whole scene is actually pixelated. Like, everything was way too sexy for you to see. The counter, the roof, the sky, everything. So I don't know, that's a thing, but I don't know how real that is. Then I got a picture of Bella Goth having what it seems to be the Grim Reaper's baby.
Grim Reapers, you can interact with them now, so maybe you can have babies with them.
Yeah, they can be best buds. Then there's a picture of somebody that got the collector's edition, and there's a plumb up that lights up when you plug it in, a mouse that lights up when you plug it in.
I don't need that.
I wouldn't buy it, but it's
not a mouse. Cool, it's just the USB plumb bob. They don't give you a free mouse, do they? They don't give you a free mouse. Oh, the collector's edition. We don't get that in the US.
Oh, that is only in the UK and Europe, right? I mean, all that area.
Yeah, you didn't get that.
And
maybe I won't find the demon baby.
Well,
yeah, which is kind of like GIMP. Why would you only have certain editions in certain countries?
That is weird, actually. Maybe they figured that they wouldn't sell it in the US, but I don't think that's really the case. They would sell it.
I bought the collector's edition of Sims 3, and I'm so sad I lost my USB plumb bob. I fell on the ground, and then the plumb bob part broke, and then I lost it.
And then you just had a regular USB.
Well, yeah, and then I lost that, so.
So what's the point? All right, since we're
forever
here, actually,
saved. Oh, yeah. It's forever saved on my computer as Sims USB, and I can't use it.
Oh, so sad.
Where's this demon? I know! I want it! Someone send me their Sims USB plumb bob keychain. I'll import you into my game.
What a trade-off. Okay.
Dang, I can't find the stupid baby.
All right, well, she looks for that baby. I'd like to take this opportunity to make an announcement that I actually need to make it on a separate video tomorrow. But that is that we had somebody else join us on SimNation, that is George, who is making the S magazine. And if you head to the SimNation.tv, our website, you're going to see that his whole section is available right there. You can access it through the main page with the S magazine link. If you scroll down, you can see his post actually right there. And as well, if you click this, you're going to be taken to the issue. But I'd like to show you this, where actually you're going to find not only the latest issue, but all the other issues. So in case this is new for you, you can take a look. And basically, this magazine is all about building houses in The Sims 2 and 3, and now, of course, The Sims 4. Everything from tips. It's very design-centric, so it's supposed to be looking good or cool or interesting or have a very unique theme. And there's a lot going on in The Sims 3. I like to see what he is going to be publishing in the next issues with The Sims 4, given that even if you have like more customization options on the build mode, you don't have to create a style. So, it's like a trade-off. So that'll be interesting. Yes, that's the thing. Oh my god.
Demon baby. I don't know how well you're going to see it though from the glare. Yeah, that's a demon baby.
Let me quickly switch back to full view so they can see it bigger. There we go.
My arm.
Keep it up. You're making exercise. It's a good thing for you.
Demon baby.
you're going to become demon instead.
It's hurting my arm, my weak arm. I don't even know. He's holding like in his hand. It's just stupid.
Oh, man.
Okay, God, that hurts my arm too much.
That is... I wouldn't fix it. I would keep it. I want to see what it turns into.
It'll probably turn into a regular child.
I I want a child that clips through itself. I want to see what happens.
See, for all those people that were upset that their baby was stuck to the crib, but now you have the option of having a demon child spawn dinosaur baby.
Like,
no, but I haven't.
Everything is lost.
He says that so seriously.
What?
You should be enjoying your demon baby.
Right. It's very rare. I don't know how to make one.
No, it's a glitch. It's a glitch. There are glitches in the game. I mean, there are always. Yeah, there are always glitches. Hopefully they'll patch them. Although it's funny though, because aren't patches notorious for like making more glitches? They fix one glitch and then they make another glitch.
Okay,
I got money in my Sims game.
And we put it back here.
Yeah. I got money in my Sims game from modding other games and making plugins. So maybe they can do it in real life much better.
Oh,
than my Sim.
Back in the day, like Mario and Tetris Day, the game were so easy. I mean, so simple that if
Tetris is not simple.
Well, it's simple in concept, even if it's deep. It's simple in mechanics. So, like, rotate and down faster. That is it. Like, but
don't ever hit the down faster. Just keep rotating.
Yeah, that's very easy to
touch.
test. An open game like this, it's just
touch Tetris on my DS. That is a hard game. No, yeah. What are we talking about again? No, just kidding.
Demon babies, but something before that. We were talking about in general, like stuff about The Sims 4 that we.
Yeah, no, I'm just. So, oh yes, I mean, okay. Someone asked me if I could have drinking rocks. If I could have any expansion that would be in the game, that is a new idea. But honestly, I can't think of anything else that they could do that they haven't already done. Yeah. Someone said it'd be cool if they had a space exploration expansion, where they blasted off
the Sims
to explore other worlds. So I was thinking, well, maybe on a side they could tweak it to be like an alien thing. Like maybe your Sims, if they got abducted, they actually went into the alien ship and like messed around with the aliens instead of just disappearing. Coming back.
On The Sims 2, they had the Sims stories and
stupid hair.
Huh?
Yeah, go ahead.
That was like a very good way, I think, to make spin-offs like that make no sense. Like the Castaway one, which I actually played and thought it was really cool. Because they were like themed. Right, and I guess you could make a spin-off of The Sims, like The Sims 3 Medieval. You could have a space one, right? But what I'm saying is, don't waste what I beg, Maxis, is don't waste your energy and resources on making spin-offs as expansion packs. Because then they don't add up with the game. Like when you're trying to have a regular Sim house and then you have like a fairy coming into your house, you're like, what the F? This is not making any sense.
I like fairies. I just didn't like it when Sims in the neighborhood would become werewolves because they looked gross and I couldn't tell if they were girls anymore. They were like a unisex werewolf.
Right? Well, they're too hairy for you to tell.
They are. They're both like, and then they like lurch around on the ground, and their whole body is covered in brown fur. Like, that's not attractive.
Yeah,
I don't want my Sim to be.
But I guess it's a game about life. So eventually you come down to the same kind of topics. But say on this The Sims 4. Something like seasons would have an impact on the emotions that they have. That is something they couldn't play before. So you have to sort of review everything and see what makes sense. Pets would basically be just adding pets, right? Like in every game, you just add pets. But and pets can have emotions now, probably. But
oh god. Your pets can pee outside and become flirty.
Huh?
Yeah, I said your pets go pee outside and become flirty. I was saying, though, I never really had a reason to buy expansions like seasons before because to me it was like, woo, I can fall and winter. I don't care about making a snowman.
Seasons are the best EP in every game.
But I'm
Except
thinking,
on
though,
The Sims 1, because there was none, but that is the only thing.
yeah, I'm thinking though that it might actually be fun in The Sims 4 because of their emotions and how goofy they are now. Like they're so funny to watch.
They're so funny to watch.
And just imagine like all the funny crap that they would do with the different seasons and stuff, and like snowball fights, or like making snowman, or like getting so angry and just like I can't even continue that sentence. That would become a censored bleep out now. But yeah, like that would be fun now instead. It would be super easy for them to do the kind of world vacation expansions, because you just add a whole new neighborhood and then they just go there. Now, please, if you're going to add a whole new world, it needs to have more venues, like reasons for me to leave other than the gym, than the library. There's 2 gyms in Sims 4. You don't need a gym in both of the worlds. You don't. There's no point to go to 2 different gyms. I haven't even gone to the other gym. Why? The gym's the gym.
Right.
Unless you have like let's like a full service gym where I can shower, sleep, eat, pee, work out. Like then I might as well not go to that
one
second
of those
gym.
gyms.
Yeah. Or just give me the all-in-one, the all-in-one bathroom where it's a little closet, and then you go in it, and you pee and you shower and you wash your hands.
It's called Magical Closet. I don't know if they have that.
But yeah, like, so, I mean, it's cool that they have, like, the juice bar and the lounge and what was the third one? One had a stereo, one had a mic, and one was the juice. Basically, it's, a nightclub. The nightclub, the lounge, and the juice bar. But, like, you need, like, and 2 museums. You don't need 2 museums. Give us more venues and, like open for business venues or something else that I could go to.
Yeah.
So I can leave my house. I don't mind staying in my house, but I feel bad. Like I'm not playing the game because I'm not leaving my house. I'm not going to the park.
Yeah, it doesn't make you feel bad. It makes you feel like real life.
Yeah. Watching my sim. I'm watching my sim. My sim is streaming her Sims Forever game.
Yeah.
Or in the Sims 4 while I play her.
Recursive.
And we're all Sims being played by someone else.
Yeah.
You should have given me more money, person.
I want to pee.
Yeah. I can't move. I'm stuck. Thank God, though, that my sim user gave me Chick-fil-A.
For my decisions now.
Yeah. It's like the Matrix. But in the Matrix, you could fly if you found out you were in the Matrix. I can't fly, figure out that I'm a sim.
Wait, maybe I can fly. I'm going to jump off that window and let you know.
Probably never hear from Pablo again.
If I don't come back in 5 minutes, I can't fly.
You probably can't do much of anything if you don't come back in 5 minutes.
No.
I would. Okay,
by the way, I am playing a video while we're talking, which is actually my second Let's Play / impressions on the game. Finally has been doing a lot of Twitch. I want to talk about that too. And but I just want to, like, while you watch us discuss nothing and eat in front of the camera, like, just look at the way they interact with each other, they behave with each other. They like, I like the fact they have that semi-transparent plumb telling you who they are in the same activity with or can talk to.
Yeah.
And the way, like, they can go to the bathroom and, you know, still talk or read a book. Like, I guess
my sim took her coffee and peed. She took her coffee into the bathroom to pee, and I screenshotted her. I'm like, just drinking some Joe on the John.
For those moments, you need to use the SimNation Twitter. For those exact moments.
I can just wake you up and have you do it. Pablo, tweet that I'm peeing on the toilet with my coffee.
It's 3 a.m. for the last time. No, do it yourself.
I stay up. I can't help it. If I get a new job, though, I cannot stay up. I'll actually stream at a decent time because I'll have to go to bed at 12. And I can't stay up. But no, the streams are I'm caught in between the I want to keep streaming, but it's been 2 hours and I shouldn't stream for that long because nobody's gonna watch it after. Like, you're not gonna watch a 2 hour long thing unless you're super bored and you're doing your homework. Maybe
the stream, I guess, it's really for watching it while it's live. By the way, we are publishing on YouTube the videos from our first stream together, playing the Sims 4 for the first time on Saturday and Sunday. They're really long videos, so we're gonna just dump them all on the weekend where there's no regular schedule for anything. Because man, they're like
and the stream
long.
Is they are long. One of them is like 3.5. The stream is basically good for people to get immediate feedback. Like if you have a question, you could ask me to do something in the game, and I can do it right there for you.
You know what I really love about the stream? It's like we're hanging out, right? We're playing the sim. I guess like half the people watching, they're playing the game in that moment. But you're hanging out, right? You're talking to other people about the game and asking questions like, "Oh, can you do that in the Sims?" You know, you just have a chat full of people that like the same thing you like, and I guess that's the value there. So in case you're not following us on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/SimNationTV, and you can find everything on the description below, unless you're on our website, and you can find everything in the footer.
Yeah, and a lot of people too don't have the game yet, or they were in the UK and they were waiting and they couldn't get the game. Yeah, or they haven't decided, or like they don't have the money for it now, so they can't get it. But yeah, it's still fun, and I'm not gonna kill my sim for you. Sorry, but and I might not have babies specifically for you, but I'll try to do everything else, unless it's the Barbie and Ken family that I don't care about, and they can have as many Barbie and Ken babies as you want them to have. So is it?
Go
ahead.
No.
Is it hard to play 4? I can't play like a ton of Sims at once. It's too much.
Okay, here's the thing. You know me, I think, a little bit. And you would know I am a little bit OCD. Like, everything needs to happen this way, you know? And so, like, I'm trying to give them some room, but I need to give them more. Because I reach a point, like, I need to pause the game every 2 seconds. Actually, on the video I'm playing right now, I'm pausing. This was a very interesting thing. 3 Sims wanted to go to the toilet at the same time because
I saw that.
All 3 had emergencies, so they were canceling.
Why didn't you give them more than one bathroom?
Okay, we had like, how much?
You have 4 Sims.
600 simoleons. The toilet needs to be in the freaking living room. That's the only way. Now
we already found out that the Sims will pee on the roof, so they don't even care.
Yes, that is true. Because just the roof is a separate room. Put the toilet in their bedroom.
Put the toilets in their personal bedrooms.
Yeah, I would do that.
And just put like a screen.
A tiny little spoiler. Now I have 2 toilets, 2 bathrooms, separate ones in the game. They're going to see in 2 episodes from this one.
It's hard enough with only 2 people that have to pee at the same time.
Yes, well, but the interesting thing is that they were canceling out the other guys' actions because they had the urge. So apparently that is like a priority action. They canceled the other ones. So one wanted to go and now canceled the other one. So the other one goes in and stops because the other one wanted to go. And I was like, no, stop everyone. Who needs to go the most? The girl. Okay, you go. And it's a pain sometimes handling 4 of them because I don't know when they're going to work. I kind of lost track. Or who needs to take a shower? Maybe there was a dude that I forgot. He was fishing the whole day.
Oh my gosh. He didn't leave to come back home?
I was like, oh, dude, you're still fishing. I'm so sorry.
He probably almost starved to death.
He only caught 1 fish. Can you believe that? But
he could have cooked that fish though.
But I guess you need a grill because I couldn't. So you need a grill.
Yeah, some of the places though, if you don't fish directly behind your house, if you go to like one of the open places, there's usually a grill pretty nearby. But you could turn the free will off completely. And
I know, but no, they need to do that kind of stuff, and I need to.
Then they might actually die because you forgot the fishing guy and he couldn't have
exactly
left.
I cannot do that. I'm gonna end up with a stream of 1 sim. Like,
yeah, no. I think maybe it's more. Well, yeah. See, I'm kind of like that too because I've always been afraid of the stupid things that they would do with complete free will, but because I'm kind of forced unless I want to. It's different. Like they need a medium level. They need a medium free will level so that I can. Because yes, you can still manage them, but you really gotta watch them and pay attention to what they're doing because they just do stuff all the time. And I'm like,
here's
no,
a beautiful
you
meal.
need
I'm gonna drink milk. Like, no.
Yeah. Or like they'll be stuck in a conversation, in a group conversation, and they won't go pee. I'm like, okay, so you need to
Group
stop
conversations
talking.
have a lot of priority in those actions.
Yeah, it's like you are almost peeing yourself. Stop the group conversation and go pee,
but this conversation is so good.
Yeah. Or I'm dancing. I'm just in the dancing mood and I can't pee because I feel like dancing and talking at the same time. And I'm like, oh my God. They are smarter, but they're still just the same stupid Sims.
They're Sims. So, yeah, they definitely like The Sims 3 had, I love that part when my guy is looking at the other guy like, what are you doing? It's just hilarious. But yeah, they need that thing that they did have on The Sims 3, which was like a level of autonomy that would sort of make them stay alive and do basic needs. But that's it. If they didn't need to do a basic need, they wouldn't go watch the TV or something like that. So that was kind of okay. So, you know, they could survive while you were doing something else.
I guess maybe now it's more like they want you to watch your Sims take care of themselves, like a video.
Yeah, well, I guess now that there's no open world and you're always going to be looking at just a single set of Sims, right? Not in 4 different places like on The Sims 3. Then I guess it kind of makes sense. I see, by the way, I saw people having issues with for some reason to keep their Sims happy on this version. I have no idea why. Like, I see that question popping a lot. I'm researching all the time to see what people need to know. Like, oh, by the way, if you have a question, leave it on the comment section below. I'm gonna make a how to. But
happy as in the happy moodlet, or their needs are always
like
down.
In a good mood. I think it's really what they're asking because I mean, we had like 14 years to get prepared for this moment to actually take care of their hygiene and all that. So that should be covered by now. But to keep them
happy it's
it's really just about like doing things correctly. And like people are buying cheap beds. Apparently, they're buying cheap stuff, so they sit on stuff and then they feel uncomfortable.
You really gotta. You have to spend the money. You have to spend the money, and like you can no longer. Every time, it doesn't even matter. Every time I move into a new house, and they always give you the crappiest stuff. If I have the money, I delete that bargain John. I delete that crappy
bargain John
brass.
That's from the
brass
3.
Double bed. Yeah, like no, you wouldn't want to sleep on that crap yourself. So you gotta spend the money and get them the better stuff.
Even if you end up buying less stuff. But good.
Yeah, but or even just buy them a stereo and just have the music on all the time, and it'll constantly give them that like good music moodlet. But happy itself is kind of difficult because as soon as they have another emotion that's stronger, the happy will go away, and it'll automatically boost that other emotion. If I'm
they
happy,
were just talking about the fact that they weren't good.
You just need to have them talk, have them have fun. They need to play music or watch TV or like do something that's entertaining, or like the music. Buy a little cheap stereo, have the music turned on all the time. The Sims will just be happy by listening to music. Although if your Sim does not know how to play an instrument, you need to put them in a separate room because my Sims became tense all the time. Like when you're level 1 at guitar and you suck, it's like, I'm tense. Good. I'm tense from your horrible, crappy playing. Please don't play next to me. Okay,
that is exactly what I'm talking about. The Sims 4. They're so reactive and sensitive. I like that. It's like like it matters, right?
It does matter. You can't play next to people with your crappy skills.
You know what happened to me? Too bad I wasn't recording it. But the 2 guys on my household went to sleep. And the 2 girls were like just talking on the couch, and I forgot about them. I was just like watching them. I don't know what I was doing. And all of a sudden, like they were like talking, and then they fell asleep on the couch, like while talking, and they were like, And one of them actually like laid down on the other two parts of the couch, and then all of a sudden, after a little while, they woke up, and the other one sit down again, and they looked at each other and they laughed, and then they continue talking. I was like, how can I even recreate this for the stream, for the video? Because that was so good, that was so lifelike. What the F? And I like the game is continuously putting out those moments. And I know that like it's again off-putting all those stuff that are missing, quote unquote, that they're just on different games.
Yeah.
But you're missing out if you don't play this just because of toddlers, swimming pools, open world, whatever. It's not even worth. Like I would give away all that in a second.
Well, the silly thing is that you're complaining about it not being in the base game because you believe it should be a base game feature, but they're going to put it in the game. And I will bite my tongue if they make a pools only expansion, but that would be like the stupidest thing they could do, or a toddlers only expansion.
They would shoot themselves in the foot because they will
shoot themselves in the foot, like
giving the haters all the right.
Yeah, like unless it's the Generations expansion from Sims 3, and then they patch in toddlers for that, and it was like a whole thing with giving you different interactions. I never bought it because I don't have the money to buy every single Sims expansion. I'm sorry. But, it gave them different interactions.
If you want to donate to SimNation.
If you want to donate so that I can buy expansions for my game. Although, hey, they did give us Sims 2 Ultimate Collection for free after how many years it had been out
on that.
And canceled. And I actually had to merge my two Origin accounts together because I forgot I had one, and to get my Sims 2 collection on my current Origin. But yeah, so maybe they'll do a Generations one. They'll slip toddlers in there. They'll give you all these new interactions and things you can do. Maybe they'll give you a freaking tree house again. Who knows? You can go camping in your backyard. I don't know, because you never need to leave your house anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're gonna. I mean, and they did it when they explained it. It made sense. Because of the new engine, because of the new technology, it was more difficult.
It would cost them way more effort, to put that in. I mean, they can add. I mean, they did add young adult on the first expansion pack of The Sims 2, and this can happen as well. I personally don't care. Just a small, tiny 3-day stage that, it's cool, but. There's I think it's way better if you don't have the toddler and you have a longer child stage, because that's when you can actually enjoy that stage and do more things and accomplish more things. Otherwise you're like rushing through all those stages for no reason. Maybe they won't put toddlers at all, because the idea for you to play the child stage, which on The Sims 1 in example was huge, because that's the only stage they got. So
there was no aging, so you were a child forever. Yeah. I mean, I think they will put toddlers in there, but
are you sure they're going to split the gameplay if they do that?
I mean, because you can always.
Is the child gameplay extensive enough? I love how extensive it was in The Sims 1.
I don't have any children to play yet, but
I don't think I'll ever will. So I'm gonna have to watch other people let's play, because.
That's too many Sims for you to take care of. If
they're gonna die. No, they're gonna die. Those kids. They're gonna be demons. They're gonna be born and die.
Yeah, when I do the Legacy Let's Plays, I'll have children, and I mean they have their own aspirations, so they gave them some thought. And even if you don't like toddlers, you can still age them up with the birthday cake and just skip the whole freaking life stage.
Yeah.
I think you can skip the whole baby life stage if you want. You just make it age up like right after you have the baby. Unless you want those memories, like that breastfeeding memory, baby crying memory and stuff. Oh my God, yeah. So like I was telling you before we started recording, are you gonna keep Let's Playing your 4 family? Because I think I'm gonna try to do the Legacy as much as I can. But as a first newbie Legacy player, my videos are probably going to be like, like that'll be the entire, like I don't know, just screaming in frustration. It's so complicated. I don't know. I might have a meltdown halfway through, and you're gonna have to take over my family.
Okay. I might just suicide them on the first day, but.
Oh, thanks. You can't suicide them. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do. Actually, after this, I'm gonna try to start my breathe. I'm gonna start a legacy game.
That's gonna be a YouTube Let's Play instead of a Twitch.
Yeah, I can't Twitch them because it's so controlled.
You need to be concentrated for that.
Yeah, I can't be like, hey, Fallon, why don't you kill your sim? I'm like, no. No. I'd be like, why don't you do this? Yeah. No. I can't. I'll just get like this face.
Super restrictive.
Oh, this sim needs to learn every skill
it's not gonna have free will,
in the game. I think you have to. Well, I actually did not see anything about free will in the rules.
It doesn't really affect it.
The only thing that really is a must is you have to have aging turned on. The game will be paused 99% of the time, and I will have every action queued up in between my pause.
Just like you plan out everything, and you're like, okay, play.
Yeah.
And everything happens, and like, okay, end of queue, we stop. We're planning the next day now.
Gotta pause it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. It'll just be a more stressful gameplay through. And the one thing, though, is like I have to be able to determine who's a townie and who's... I'm going to have to write down the list of all the sim families that start in the game because you can't marry any of those people. You can only marry like fake townie generated people.
Really? Why?
I can't accidentally marry Alexander Goth and be like, he's my husband. No.
Why?
It's one of the rules. They have to marry like a
because they could have a lot of money or skills?
Yeah, I guess. You could purposefully marry into a family that had like a lot of
money or
resources,
yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I have one question though. Can you create a new neighborhood to play at, or you have to use your existing one?
No, you have to. You have to start in a new neighborhood.
How do you do that?
At the top, there's always the thing. Instead of hitting, like if you've already been playing, you'd hit play at the bottom.
Right.
But there's the one at the top that's like start new game. So then you bring your person or you make your person in CAS. That is a downside to this game. That you have to start in CAS. Like it gives you, there's no other option to just go into the neighborhood and like change things around.
True. You can't play with an existing family. You need to move somebody in first. Because you have to go through the CAS.
Somebody.
So on all the other games, you were able to click where you want to play. I mean, you can play with Bob and Betty Huey, but
it always gave you the neighborhood view first, and then you could either pick an existing house or you could make a new one. It never like forced you to start the game in Create a Sim.
That's one of the things I'll give you that I just don't like. I
don't like it either too, and also it makes you save all these extra copies of your Sims, because if I already made my Sim in the demo and then I bring them into CAS to start my new game, it makes me save them again. So I've got all these duplicate Sims in my library because I keep having to resave them to start my game.
Right.
Lesson learned, people. Don't ever play the demo and keep your freaking game Sims because you're just going to be saving them a billion times more.
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, since we're ranting, let's see. By the way, with the camera, I'm starting to get used to the fact it's self-managed, the angle, and I don't have to do it, so I'm kind of okay with it now.
You mean because you don't have pitch control?
Right. I'm getting used to it. Like I think I kind of like the fact that it's always on the right angle. So, I don't have to micromanage that. So
I never even played with that. I always play with the Sims 3 controls because I have a mouse wheel and I can change the pitch up and down.
Yeah. Well, I can do that. Well, I do have a mouse wheel, quote unquote. It's multi-touch. The thing is, I don't have the button, the physical button to hold and move. I know.
Yeah, I have a button. The button is for pitch control.
Yeah, I also have like this. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the Sims 4 controls to me are just so backwards. I have to use Sims 3. It's a tiny little...
It's a 360 scroll, like this one, but it's not tactile. But, I can press that button. But the thing is, that's only for the Sims 3 camera. If you want to use the Sims 4 camera, you don't get pitch control at all, no matter what. Even if you have like the Razer mouse, doesn't matter. You don't get it.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm getting used to it, so that's kind of fine. But I still have issues. Oh my god!
Just switch to the Sims 3 camera.
No, that has nothing to do with the camera. It's the fact that on the Sims 2 was the better one at this, the best one at it. And it was that whenever you select an action, like go here or cook meal, whenever you clicked, an icon, the actual action icon would fly all the way to the queue. In the case of the camera, we'll do something like this. And it fly all the way to the top left, right? And that would give you like immediate feedback, user feedback that you selected something and something is going to happen, or it will happen eventually. On the Sim 3, they didn't do that. The Sims 3 had a bunch of UI issues, but at least the queue was in the top left. So at least it was visible. There was no noise there, so at least you saw something popping. And even if you didn't look at it because you were too obsessed with your Sims, you would see something moving and you were like, okay, it's working. On the Sims 4, however, the queue is semi-transparent, and it's super transparent, by the way. So once you select something, you don't see the changes applying anywhere, right? And even if they wouldn't be transparent, that area at the bottom left, it's way too noisy because there's a million colors and buttons there. So you have to actually look down to see there's something happening. And I still, to date, don't know if my action did go through or I accidentally moved the mouse away, right?
Well, there's that more visible bar of your immediate actions, and then the more transparent bar above it where it queues up.
Yeah, that's the queue, and that's the one that is transparent. That's what's killing me. So they need to do something about it. Like, as a UI designer, that's why I get so obsessed about it, because it bothers me that I don't know.
I like games where they give you an option, at least a couple of options to change where things are in your UI.
Yeah.
I don't think Sims games have ever been like that, but I like games where it's like, if you want it bigger, you can make it bigger, or you can have it down here, or up here, or over here. Maybe they need to do that.
If they do a good job,
UI expansion.
Yeah, UI expansion. I mean, The Sims 2 had a perfect UI. You didn't have to do anything to it. If you do it right, that's it. You're free. But anyway.
Well, maybe it's because you're always looking down in that corner anyways, because that's where your Sims emotions are and where your wishes are. I have found, though, that I more frequently dismiss what my Sims want to do.
But okay. But seriously, I'm fine with the fact that the queue's on the bottom left. I just need
You just want it more visible.
Yeah, no, not even that. I'm fine with the transparency and the fact that they don't want me to know if I click something. But
Pablo wanted to swirl around and then go there.
No, I want, whenever I click an action, I want to see the icon flying from my point where I'm looking at right now all the way to the queue. That's all I ask.
He wants to see an animated GIF of what the Sim would be doing, then slowly move over to the queue so that they can do it. You want a smiley face Pablo wants a smiley face confirmation.
Okay, I want to pop up every time I click something. Oh, you click this. I mean, yes, no.
It's like it is a little wonky because when I'm clicking stuff, and I always have to click way far away to not end up accidentally making them do that thing. Like walking here, I have to move my mouse all the way over and then click, so I'm not accidentally clicking. There's no, if that makes sense. There's no visible space for me to click that's common sense to cancel out what I just clicked.
The queue is not really for you to manage, if you may. It's not manageable because if they make it transparent, it's because they don't want you to pay attention to it. That's why. So, but the thing is, managing it's an issue then. Oh, by the way, I did have fun digging stuff. I found a few time capsules.
Oh, I only did dig a couple stuff. I need to get out of my...
Is that a
Oh,
thing?
statues. I haven't gotten any of those, but if you go into the option menu, there's the achievements. Is it in the achievements? No, there was a thing I went to and it showed you
Is
like
there
all the
Origin achievement for this?
collections. There's a. I don't think Origin. I think the. Oh my
Origin
God.
has achievements.
I'm not.
Doesn't it?
I'm not. Well, okay. In the options, there's the achievement thing, and it tells you you get achievement points for doing all these different things. I don't know if the achievement points count for your aspiration points, or if they count towards anything at all, or if they're just for fun. But there was this other thing. It brought up like a picture list of like all your collectibles that you could collect. Like it had a section for those sim statues and the plants and like I guess the digging up stuff, but I can't remember what it's called now. It was I could load my game up, but
I'm gonna check Origin if it has that.
Oh, like the actual.
Yeah, let's see. The Sims 4. I know it's only for Windows. I just want to see the.
Check for update. No. Customize box art. Game properties. Oh. Game details. I don't. Was there ever a spot? I never hardly ever use Origin, so I don't know where it would tell you about your achievements and stuff.
Well, see, okay, Battlefield 3, which I got because of the SimCity disaster, but I never actually installed or nor played, but I see it has an achievement section, and the Sims 4 doesn't, so it's just not implemented in Origin.
So it's an in-game thing.
It must be in-game only, not shared.
I wasn't paying attention to what my Sims points were to see if those were being attributed to my aspiration points or not.
Oh.
But yeah, so I keep forgetting to like look at my Sims wishes and then having them okay, because the one wish, this is how the wishes work. The first wish is dedicated to what mood you're in, what emotion you're experiencing. So that changes. So if your emotions keep changing, it keeps changing.
Yeah.
Then the second one and the third one are dedicated to a trait you gave your sim, like they're a foodie or they're a music lover or they're whatever, and the other one is dedicated to like
and it tells you where it's coming
of their
from.
aspiration. Yeah, so like my first one would be like, I'm playful, so I want to tell a joke or something because I'm playful. So then the next one would be like, well, I'm a Renaissance sim. That's my aspiration. So I want to learn guitar. And then my third one would be like, well, I'm creative, so I want to paint a picture or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm more often than not fulfilling the emotion one than I am the other two. Because I forget. I'm like, oh, I got a mouse.
Yeah, I actually forget about the fulfilling
if
those
you want
stuff.
some
I don't
potions,
have points. I have like 500 max.
If you want to get all those goody extras, Pablo, then you need to get them. That's how you get all the extra.
I need to get started with that, yeah. Well, I had to make one of them quit their job because she had commitment issues, and apparently that affects job too.
Oh yeah, Sims are more often to like want to switch up everything.
Yeah, they don't want to like commit to anything. So it's like, you're just about to get promoted. All right, you can get promoted and then quit. I guess.
Said she wanted. I would have been like, whatever. You're not quitting your job.
But she kept like getting that bad moodlet so often that I was like, okay, just because people are watching this Let's Play, I'm gonna do it. But otherwise, you're gonna be in hell.
They should have the
the
potion that like revamps your traits, and then you can be like, well, F you, non-committal, just reset your life.
Yeah, I think there's a cheat, isn't there?
A cheat? Well, I don't think to give you new traits. I mean, you could always take the sim out of the world, change them in CAS, and then merge them back in. If you wanted to do, like I did, the hard way.
Yeah, true.
Making Sims.
Oh, there's a way. There's a way.
Oh.
Dun dun dun. Dun, dun.
Pablo will make a how to reset your Sims straight.
No, it's actually right here on the cheats of the game. So basically, once you do testing cheats on the console, you can shift click your sim, and one of the options you get is modify in CAS. So that basically will grant you the ability to change the traits.
Oh.
But it's a cheat. It's definitely cheat, not a potion or anything like that. So
yeah, because I think maybe they put it in expansions because, eventually we had the one where you would drink it and you go through like a midlife crisis and you could change stuff.
Yes, that is true. That was nice to get the midlife crisis. That was nice.
Technically, shouldn't our young adults be in their midlife crises because they're in the middle life stage?
No, actually, no, are they? Well, the middle life
The middle life stage.
But actually, if 20 years old was, or 25 years old was the middle, that's a short lifespan right there, 40 years.
No, my sim only lives to be 60-something. She's old.
Yeah, 60 days.
Wobbly.
Sims have a really short lifespan.
They do. Well, you could do the extended, but who...
Yeah, but it's still days, never years. They don't live years like us.
The Sims don't have years. Well, no. To them, everything is based on a...
Like on SimCity,
24 hours.
Like hours would go fly like this, and every day was a month in SimCity. So, and at the first it was really confusing. Like, this is how much money I made in this month. What kind of period is that? And then I realized it was the day, right? So every day to every 24 hours, that's a month. But they gotta do that. If you had to play that in real time, that'll be like super annoying. You wouldn't know do anything. So that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's so hard because you're like in The Sims 4, every real life second is a minute in that game. So where is the extended? We said that the days were lasting longer.
What?
Extended. We said that the days were lasting longer, but every second is still a sim minute. So where is is it because their actions are so much shorter that it doesn't take them an hour to pee now? Is that why the day is longer? Like, where is the day longer?
That is a good question, Fallon. That is indeed a good question.
How to figure out how... I think maybe it's because the actions don't take quite as long. Like, I feel like it doesn't take a sim hour for me to... Because I've done stuff before my sim has gone to work, and I feel like it's not taking as much time now. Well, like maybe cooking... Let's play the game now.
No, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open up one of the Let's Plays in the website. I'm not going to be showing
doing something?
No, one of the Sims 3 ones. And I'm going to compare the timing.
Yeah, because I feel like in Sims 3, everything, going to the bathroom took like 40 sim minutes. Cooking dinner or cooking any kind of food took like 40 sim minutes. Pretty much you couldn't do anything right before you had to go to work. It was like moot. You couldn't even barely pee or you'd be late. So my Sims have been late to work, but
okay,
that's because I don't pay attention to what's going on. I'm like, oh crap, you have to go to work in 20 minutes. I like how it counts down. 25 minutes.
Yeah, that is true.
24 minutes. I'm like, okay, I can budget my time now. I can text 2 people. I can call a sim. Calling sims is like so much shorter now. You call them to have a conversation. Maybe it's because my sim social is always full. I need to have them deprived, and then they'll talk longer.
I'm trying to.
It's like I'm too chaotic.
I need more quality.
While we look at Pablo's hair follicles,
sorry.
We can tell. No, it's fine.
We're gonna. Okay, I kind of got this.
Oh, ish.
Tick, tick, tick. Okay, let's see.
I think maybe our builder guy does put CC in his magazines.
CC?
Maybe he'll be doing that. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I just see the issue 1 was like Simtastic CC back in whatever Sims game that was.
Okay, in that moment I pressed fast forward, so that doesn't help. But I'm looking at the time.
You can count the time. It's
no, definitely.
The only CC in the game.
No, the Sims
downloaded.
The Sims 4 time is slower. Definitely.
But I count it though. It's like 1/1000 to 1/1000 is a second, and that's when their minute goes by. 1/1000.
Mississippi.
2/1000. 3/1000. That's how you count seconds. 1/1000, 2/1000, 3/1000, 4/1000.
It's
so every minute in The Sims 3 was like half of a second, or no, every minute was.
That's how it is. And on The Sims 3 is... let's see. The Sims 3 is...
You know, like we play these games for like 20 hours straight and we still can't remember little details. Our brains have blown up.
No, definitely. Yeah, it is faster on The Sims 3 than on The Sims 4. Definitely times is slower in The Sims 4. It's by a little bit, but you can clearly feel the difference. Like I'm looking at the Sims 3 for a while, and then I go to The Sims 4 and I'm like, no, not yet. It's like it's still that minute. It's still lasting longer than it should if you compare. So definitely, it's slightly longer.
So I mean, the actions are still shorter, though, right? Like cooking doesn't take an hour.
But if the animation for walking takes the same amount of time in actual real life time, but time is moving slower, it means you can do more things, right? Because in less sim minutes, it moved the Sims distance, right?
Yeah, that's good, but I'd still also rather have the sim actions physically take less time. I'd rather them cook in 30 minutes.
Cooking would be like, done. And you wouldn't see it.
Well, because like what? Oh, I mean,
actually, the way they do it is that they're making game balance.
They get their animations.
Like, okay, how much time for this reward? Basically, that's what they're doing. Yeah. So they go like, okay, you want the good food reward?
Mixing.
Yeah.
You see your sim pouring into the stove. You see your sim scraping and battling the skillet, and then you see them pouring it onto the plate. Yeah. I guess maybe you're not as aware that it's taking the same. It's somehow better. Somehow better.
But I feel better. I feel like I really like The Sims 4 in general.
I do like The Sims 4. I like it better than Sims 3, definitely.
The Sims. Thank you.
Definitely
we're getting a review done in SimNation about The Sims 4, but I personally feel like I need to play more to know what I'm talking about, because stuff that used to be a complaint are now like, I'm okay with that, and stuff that I didn't notice before, I'm like, that's really annoying me. So I guess I need to get used to the game a little bit more before even trying to make a review. So giving it time.
Or you need to play around, like play different kinds of Sims, play different families.
Yes, like
I'm just so used to always playing the same. I play one.
That's
family.
The thing. After 14 years, you just get used to how you want to play, and you just adapt a little bit to this game, and that's it.
Yeah,
because that kind of makes sense. So, all right. Well, actually, wow. Okay, we kind of. We made a really nice and long podcast, but I think it's time to wrap
there's
up.
A couple parts you could probably cut out. A couple.
I love the intro. The intro's staying. It's going to be pre-intro, actually.
Oh, nice. What a surprise for you guys.
Yes. Oh, my God. Well, if you made it till now, till here, wow, you're amazing, because... You went through that intro, you went through all that before, and you still made it here. Wow.
That's gonna that's gonna get you rolling.
Just one clap for you.
Oh, I did more claps.
Okay, I just gave them one.
Wait, golf clap. Plus the world's tiniest violin. No. It's not supposed to make any noise. It's the world's tiniest.
You cannot.
Violin.
It's tiny.
Wait, I can't even stick it under my chin. Like you're supposed to hold the violin under your chin. It feels like I'm trying to. Pablo's choking on his violin. I'm trying to pull a chin hair out or something. That's what I'm doing.
That's exactly. I'm gonna use one hair. Man, and you are watching this. That's our point. That's.
What else can you do on a Thursday? I need to do my.
Yeah. Oh, this is coming.
Do my nothing.
Podcasts are on Tuesdays, but this week The Sims 4 was released, so it changed our schedule. But they come out on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
I want to be clear on that. But yeah, that is all for now. Getting into my recording. I hope you had fun
shooting the shy with us. I can't say that. I try not to say bad words anymore on podcasts.
I'm trying to. I use kittens every time I want to eat. Kittens. That's from the Guild Wars 2 forums. Every time you... It's funny in the Guild Wars 2 forums because you see a very agitated nerd saying kittens a bunch of time. It's just hilarious. The guys at Guild Wars are such a trolls. But yes.
They are.
Anyways.
Kittens. Okay. Hi, neighbor, Pablo.
Yeah, I don't know who that was. All right, so yeah, more Let's Plays coming, a review eventually. You got the S Magazine now on SimNation.tv, as well as a bunch of guides and how-tos for The Sims 4. There is still a bunch of stuff for SimCity, a Let's Play for SimCity every week as well. You can watch Fallon do Twitch Let's Plays, just random Let's Plays. You can talk to her and be nice to her or not. And you're gonna find out when she streams if you're following her on Twitch or on Twitter. You can find everything on the website SimNation.tv. And she's also gonna be doing the Legacy Let's Plays challenge thing.
Tell unless I kill my Sims off in frustration.
VHS.
VHS, DVD.
Because we're how do you call those people? Hipsters. So
Hipsters. Oh. My legacy will turn into like a horror story. They're not
with
hipsters.
Demon kids.
Demon babies.
Yeah. All right, that is all for now. Thank you for watching,
Bye.
and we'll see you next time. Oh, this is the most satisfying thing ever. We are God in SimCity 4. Wow, that was loud. Oh yeah. These road trips, man, are killing me. Anyway, let me know whenever we are recording. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Extended Play. I'm your host, this is Stuart, and that is a fancy, fancy sign. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.